Hello, back over to here. I do not believe I have ever done just a straight face cam playing this game. I did hand cam back in 23, but no face cam yet. Let's get things going here. This is a brand new 2026 run. Stop it right now. Frick was all that. Here we go with this. Would like a different font though, I think. Oh, well, just boom boom, sorry. Kinda crap. Alright. And then of course naming it, clicking on the dang thing, dunk with cookie and something else for the easy peasy achievements. Here is a that, boom and boom. I'm just gonna like speed run this here. At least attempt to anyway, right? But basically, yeah, it is Tuesday the 28th. Basically, just woke up to 300. Sorry, 2 more grandma. Oh my god. Okay. 4 per second, 2 per click now. Want that carpal tunnel prevention cream? Yowza. Okay, my god dang. I got uncanny clicker. There you go. Making some dough. We're like more grandmas, the rolling pins, plastic mouse in the first farm. Okay, just boom. But record like a minute. I'm on 240, but I'm not gonna lie, this crazy new. This is a new 2026 update for this year, the 2058. This is making crap lag, kind of. Like, I'm on 240, and it's so not that for this area. Man. I'm gonna go 10 of each. The first mouse. It's 50. Never mind, it's 50. Kind of crappy one. 10 on there, 5 on there. I can do 10 more cursors. 100% good. There's hardcore baking, 14 per second. That won't last. We'll boost that up. Rookie numbers, man. Go to 20 cursors at 10 grandmas. Get those pins and the not the ambidextrous, the kind of the ambidextrous. And just gonna rip roar through the thousands. Try and go for a mil ASAP, basically, or some crap. There is that. What are the grandmas at now? Like 2 per second. 2 per. Okay. Let me get 5 more grandmas, 100%. Then that for 5. The steel-plated rolling pins, yeah. But let's go for the first farm. Heck yeah, actually. Okay, there was the first farm in 3 minutes. Fast, dude. Go for the first couple of farms or some crap. Kind of frick am I smoking? Hang on. Here's how you run for this year. Was basically out in the back just now, like for like noon. It's like lunch hour. Watching the old season 4, stuff from last year, run over again. But I figured to give that another go because I never showed the beginning of this process last year. There's now we're like at 50 out of nowhere per second. Dang near. I want to rip roar through. I'm gonna get a first golden cookie as well. Rip roar through hundreds per second. Get to a meal like that. Like under half an hour, hopefully. Whoa. We're just too nice. There's the next farm. Third farm. There's 52 per second. I go for the steel plated. 20 more per second on that. For 5 frame, you chill. Now, to boost CPS, here is our 2026 run. I have named it. I shall click on this. I shall do that. And then I cannot dunk it yet. There's no way. Nope. Okay. Told you. But I want that $5,000 for the rolling pins. 97-year-old baker still makes cookies the old-fashioned way. Oh my god, even now he updated it. And I might go over the new 2026 update here for the game. Obviously, that is a new aura around the cookie. There were a few, new math for random drops, a few minor tweaks. The 100 heralds are now based on the Steam players because that used to be broken for the web version. But that's something else. Patreon is retired. The web version's heralds are now depending on the current Steam players. Updated cookie halo and seasonal golden cookie graphics, modified math random drops, various small tweaks and fixes, and a cookie clicker on Fangamer is there as well. And that ambidextrous is literally 10 per second. The next few farms here, there's 8 more. I want 100 per second in under 10 minutes. Yeah. Oh, in 70. So there's now 80 per second and 4 per click. I might wait out a few more minutes and go for the ambidextrous. And then of course I'll cheapos. We'll do a okay, it is first thing in the morning. You gotta chill with your pan doing that jitter, doing this 13 jitter for like 10 minutes if you don't relax. Oh, yep, sore already. What kind of crap are you on? Yowza. 80 per second is still fairly decent. I doubt my input makes... I get a double-click butterfly going. Kind of, if you would respond to the goddamn thing. Can I ease the graphics or some crud? Fancy graphics are off. Nope, that's not it. The filters, no. Alt cookie sound. The alt font, which is so much goddamn worse. Cursor's wobbly cookie, yes there it is, alt cookie icon crates. I am not seeing anything for the cookie aura, okay. It wasn't the graphics or the filters, or the particles. Yes it was. Here, do I have... It was in fact the... Then, I guess PC just being slow. Catch up, dude. Swear. Gotta go for the ambidextrous, dude. 9.5, 9.6, 9.7, 9.8, and 9.9. Couldn't even see that anything light up there. I keep seeing that. I think it's a golden cookie sword. Ambidextrous for 8 per click, 88 per second. Go to the next form. Have the first mine for 12, and then she pose, obviously. Oh my, wow, oh lucky that was it, fine. Golden cookie. The first one, there's 96. Cheapos for 11. We can do that, surely. You're meant to click frenzy that way somewhere so I can get like a freaking 20 mil in 10 seconds. Yeah, here's a new 2026 run because I felt like it. Plus, I never showed the actual start the first time through here before ascending on last year's deal. Would this even be worth, oh my god, like 8? Not really. Semi. But I want the cheap hose in the first mine. That takes priority right now. Any other freebie achievements? Or some crud? There's 14. I got the uncanny clicker. I'm sure that it's been a while. I'm rusty. There's a lot of crap that I've forgotten about the game. I've semi-forgotten how the farm works. And something else. Some other stuff to you. I'm at 11. And the game save. Okay, there's cheapo. Ooh, cheapo's okay. That does 40. So there's that's a difference right there. Okay. 2 finger clicking. Because you suck. For the first mine. Then might buy 10 more. You don't gotta go buy 10, by the way. I do this freaking OCD thing. I think I have to buy by 10, you know. There was 3,000 clicks. I got to 50,000 in 10 minutes. Which is horse. No, which is horse manure. I don't know what the dude the got the speed ran. You got to quintillion in like 32 hours. Also got a few new planes as of late. Got this ME-262. Got an F-18. Got an F-16. And this F-15 right here. And just doing that for a sec to distract you, I pulled a magic trick. Slave hand. I'm at mine all of a sudden. It's my first mine. There is 183. 83? And bullcrap. Now, that was at 4,000 and 8,000. I mean, you could, if you were stupid with it, for like 48 more to go over 250%. And we're staying here till a mill happens, basically. Like, there's 10 more of them. There's more grandmas. And then 5 more farms or some crud. Yeah, Chitter's like 10. You're on. You're swear you are sewage. Lovely, man. Swear to God. Could have sworn this font is just a hair different, by the way. There was 231. There is 247. Would like the second golden cookie. Please frenzy this operation. Right now we have God-given miracle. Have over 1,000 per second. Would smoke everything. Go for the first few factories out of nowhere. Get the plastic mouse, the fertilizer, and the 1,000 fingers out of nowhere, like a minute. There's number 8. I'm not sure how much difference my 8 is adding to freaking 279 to 295. I can probably just wait 20 seconds and get there. Yeah. I can wait 10 seconds and get there. Swear, dude. 10 farms. Now go for the next few mines. And the plastic mouse eventually. You think helpers could happen on camera? No, dude. Swear. I mean, not if. Yeah, it's a whole lot of luck for Speed Bacon 3. I think even 2 is quite dang difficult. To get there in under 25. Ooh. Swear like an old man. And a Mountain Dew this morning. It is 12:30. The second mine. Bam. There's like, what the frick was it? That was a lot for it. Okay. The plastic mouse is 50 though, but you think at 3, do this math. At 358 per second, we can get there in like 3 minutes, I think, to plastic mouse. Unless a frenzy happens. Then it'll happen in goddamn 10 seconds. Scared the Lord out of me. This is so baked right now. 100,000 in 13 minutes, which still kind of boo with this look I'm having right now. And it's not the execution. I'm executing like you wouldn't. I just got to like the first farm in 3 minutes, and I'm at 100,000 in 13 minutes. I'm going ASAP right now on the execution. It's the luck that's crudting me over. It's crudting me over. Yeah, but I would like to say just all that for the plastic mouse though. I mean. Or the fertilizer would be way better. The fertilizer. Okay, that fertilizer would be 160, dude. I am at 22 all of a sudden. Could speed things along. 25. 26. 27. Shoot me. Oh my god. Fairly decent size first episode. And just picking up the season where it left off. Like episode 10 or some crap. Now on to the double digit for 4th season in a new 2026 run. I looked away and I got 8,000 more in 10 seconds. Thinking the fertilizer here at first could be worth more than the plastic mouse. Then of course eventually 1,000 fingers and the first factory that just popped up. There you go. And then of course, you know, lumps and mini games and prestige and so on is going to come in. lumps and buffs and frenzies and farm, and garden, stock market, Pantheon, Grimoire, and all the usual crud. I'm not doing the goddamn plastic mouse yet. I will go for the fertilizer, 55, to get 160 more. Then maybe a couple more mines or some crud. So not that. Hang on. Clicking gate, yeah, no, not yet. That will be worth a lot more after I buy this first. Finally, boom, yeah, 500. Frenzy, okay, congregation, hang on. That was boo, that was crud. Like, a frenzy is more common, I think, than a building buff. What kind of crap was that? Here's a couple of mines. It's only for 30 seconds, but this was a boo. That was like a scam. What was that? Do a frenzy, you clown. What were you on? What were you actually smoking just now? 20 grand for the fifth mine? You're on crack. You're on heroin. What the frick was that? Then, of course, the first factory is way down the line now. That was a scam. Okay, we're well missing 3, obviously. But that was a joke. A frenzy. What was that? A frenzy is more common. Goddamn congregation. The crud? What? So that was a boo, case in point. Yeah, we don't gotta do that. Wood with the plastic mouse now. I could probably buy that. Then I'll just buy some more crud and mush it all up, mix it all up. 31, 2, 3. We'll get to 1,000 per sec and a mil on camera here in episode 1. We're about like what, 15 in? What was it? We're 17 in. Okay. Go, dude. I cannot. Nope. Not quite. Can't dunk it. Plastic mouse need 14 per click now, which is still such a heroin. Swear to God. Alright, now. Bloopity bloppity bloop. Blop. Bing, bam. Buying some more boo. To make progress go along better. And then eventually the 1,000 fingers, which can actually do pretty decent goddamn amount. Then the factory ought to be like over 100, couple hundred something per, and then that should take us over 1,000 per second, no problem. Just for a pretty decent start here. See, and that's why you do that. Lubricated dentures to get 100. That'd be 100 more. That's why you do that, man. Heck yeah. But it is 50 though. That's gonna be a minute. Waiting for lubricated dentures. Now we're at 304, and will even 2 happen because you screwed them with the congregation, which is less common than the frenzy that should have been there. Will even speed baking 2 happen right now? I don't think so. I think I'm about to barely scrape by on 3. I at least got 2 last year. Kind of crap are you on? It's actually not that great of a start. Kind of unlucky. With going fast one. I'm like, alright, get to chocolate milk, get to the millions, get the dunker thing, and all this crud. Get to the first factory, the first bank, getting helpers and so on. And get this operation moving, and then of course the first lump eventually for like the farm, I believe it goes toward first, the garden. Then you could do other stock market with more Pantheon crud. What is it? Okay, there. Is there 4 or 5 mini games? There's the garden, there's the stock market, there's the Grimoire and the Pantheon, then there's the aura down here eventually. Then there's a lot of the seasonal drops and upgrades and stuff and crud that happens later after Prestige and the first couple ascensions. 1,000 fingers is 100,000. It's a bit far out. There was 15 for the farmer grandmas. See, those are there too. Case in point, you can get it for 55,000. And it shall actually be. See that there's a lot of progress in here. If you don't go into full OCD mode, or you don't buy 10 and quit, don't do that. Buy when able. It can speed things along. Get farmer grandmas, first grandma type, to take us over 1,000 per sec. And then there's 400,000 in 20 minutes. Don't think even 2 was about to happen here, because you suck. Unless the third one would like to be a frenzy. Please, you idiot congregation. Oh, yowza, 1290. That did 300. Okay, sorry. 40. 1,000 fingers at 100,000. 20 per click and 1267. That's pretty darn decent. That will speed things up like a freak load. Could I beat it to 2? I can double my cookies in 4 minutes with a frenzy. Heck yeah. If that can pop up here, I can maybe squeeze in speed baking 2, but I doubt it. That was for 47 more. The first factory is looking sweet right now, not gonna lie. Over 1,000 figures. No, first factory, 100%. And we are getting there fast as well. I don't know where yet. 20 per click is way better than 8. My jitter was like 9 just now. You need to freaking stop with that bull. That was awful. Like I had a jitter. That was so goddamn bad. The frick was that? I would, but hold up. Looking for the first factory and then a frenzy. Just to say, yowza. I go like over dang near 10k per sec for over a minute. And just smoke it. Do that right now. There's also the sugar gas for like 235 more. See if that is less or more than the first factory. It was done near the same production chain as 260, right? 23 per click, huh? There was 5,000. Speed baking 2 is not going to happen if you don't get a move on. That's 80 and 66 now. Never mind, dude. Boom, bada bing, ba boom, ba bam. A few more damn. Crud, right? Get to the mouse wheel, the 50 cursors and crud. There's 600,000. If you don't frenzy this right now, then we can't get to. Swear. Boom bam. Boom bam. Da 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 da. Go for 2k a sec, if you wouldn't mind for. God dang. I want the mouse wheel over the next goddamn thing. There is builder. Can I dunk it now for more CPS? Dunked it. We're now 4 away from chocolate milk. That was sick. Here's a mouse wheel in a sec. Got like 3 more achievements. Yo, dude. There is mouse wheel 1722 a sec. Okay, that was insane. I got a minute and a half. You're not gonna do it. Oh, you're not gonna give me the goddamn golden cookie in time. Okay, we actually missed even 2. We sucked major crap this time. Go to the sugar gas, the 1,000 fingers, the dude right now. You did it. You came in clutch and you actually did it. Yo! You did it! Heck yeah! Now, boom on those. Speed making a 1 to 2 in fledgling bakery. All 3 of them. 330 on that. Freak off. 10 mines, 20 farms. There's the mega drill. There's still half of this left right now. Here's the second factory. Oh my god. The third goddamn factory. You don't gotta go by 10 here, you idiot. Go for the minor grandmas or something. Needs to unlock them anyway, some crud. The minor grandmas. 55 cursors. 42 grandmas. 23, 4, and 5 farms. Bam, and bam, and bam. The next, oh god. I'm at 4.5k all of a sudden. There was that frenzy I was talking about. 25. This is a bit long. Should I make some great big marathon episode 1? Like an hour plus long just for the first for the first episode? Because I've always done short ones. I don't have to do that if I don't want to. I can stay here as long as I want. Like over an hour if I'd like and show everything. Clear through the millions and everything. There's 60. There is 46 and 7 of those. Bam. I want 5k a second. Click a thumb now. I'll be 1 away from chocolate milk. About to go for the chocolate milk in episode 1. So I got it. It was fast too. Yeah, dude, a million should be nothing, obviously. And then a billion, you should be able to get to a billion, like 2 hours, like immediate. What the 50 grandmas, first of all. Then the cookie trees and Mega Drill, and then the minor grandmas. That will smoke this crew. 48, 49. Get that 50th grandma for some bullcrap to get the chocolate milk. Yo! Chocolate milk under half an hour. Chocolate milk in under half an hour. What was in your goddamn coffee this morning? Yeah, there it is. Swear, I might just keep rolling the camera and keep showing stuff. A proper, marathon episode that shows the whole startup of this operation. Clear through the millions into a billion. I might stop at a billion, actually, instead. Who knows? There is 30, if you would mind. There's 5k a sec, there's 30 farms. Right. 60, 50, 30, son of a god. First bank is at 1.4 mil. Let's chill on that right now. Gotta go for 10 mil in under 35. Probably. The next mine or two here, like 100 something more. Some crud. I go to the 4th factory, come on. There you go. And then perhaps the 5th factory, then the first bank eventually, then of course those 3, then plain cookies for a meal. Right. What a nice and quick startup to the 2026 bakery operation of this year. And the reason I basically quit last year is because I gave up. You get to like Septen or Octodecillion in this game, and your progress just slams on the brakes and comes to a grinding freaking halt. Because of just how hard it gets, and you gotta do like the queen beat thing. The queen beat tactic, or whatever it is. And that's one of the very few ways to even still make progress at that point. There's the 5th factory. 74 per click now. My jitter is way better. Are these on, by the way? They are not good. They don't need to be. Could you see that one? I should see that's for. Will cookie trees do 1440 right now? Okay, then let's hold our horses and chill for a bit. Be patient and get goddamn cookie trees. And then imagine Mega Drill. These will both. Okay, so here's a good 2850 more from those two right now. First of all, hang on. That's the key to this operation right now. There, right to 7. Kind of got, I believe, 20 upgrades. The first upgrade achievement. Yeah, from 74 to 88 per click. All this, and there you go. Then I'm back over to the 4th golden cookie. Might just be a lucky at this point, which is so well. And then I told you it was cookie trees and mega drill and minor grandmas, but it put us well over 10,000 per second right now. And make the first bank a piece of cake, dude. And then eventually the plain cookies. And perhaps we will get the kitten helpers in this episode, which is about to be such a... Wow, you're about to see that jump and a half of that. Yeah, we're saving for the mega drill. And then the minor grandmas eventually, yeah. Matter of fact, I think just the mega drill, just that, about to dang near get us to 10k per sec. Which I'm fairly certain is, in fact, an achievement. Yes. There is 500. But it is 600 that we need, and we'll get there in like 15 seconds, apparently. Here we go. Let's go bam on that. Oh no, 14, never mind. The minor, oh god. Yep, lucky. Okay, dude. Would love to get to 7 for the first upgrade for those, to get those more common, get those more often. And I can get more frenzies and crud. And even a click frenzy right now would be shocking. Go right to a billion, fam. And I am dang near a bit cool in here right now. I think I'm gonna wait one more time for the minor grandmas. Over 100 per click now? Yeah. There's 4. Only about 20 something seconds to get there as well. I wish there were achievements for cookie clicks. Here's 100, 1,000, 10,000, 100,000 cookie clicks. Get the minor grandmas. Go ahead and smoke this. Go ahead and smoke that. Oh, I'm 50 away. I can buy one. I can buy a freaking mine and get there. I could buy a mine and go for 10,000. Go for mass producer. Yeah, there's word. Now, if it's about 100 seconds to go for a mill, then a bank should only be a couple of minutes here. We can do that. We can well do that. Obviously, do not need to click anymore at literally 10 grand. Yeah, here's the marathon, episode 1 to a billion, basically. Then I'll go episode 2 in a couple days to the Grandma Apocalypse or something, the research. And of course, the first few lumps into the garden, basically. I can hear that bell down by the school. There's a mill, 1.4 now. We're just kind of sitting and waiting in line at the checkout aisle, or sitting waiting at the bus stop or some quick, waiting for goddamn 1.1. 1.2. $1.3. I would hang on. Ooh, yeah, okay, 1,300. That might be close here to what our bank does. Indeed, it was. Hang on. Yes, it was. There is now 1,400 more. It's now on the exact dang thing. But it was 1.3 now to get the sturdier conveyor belts. Would to go for the what are they, worker grandmas or something quite for 15 factories, then 20 mines eventually. I saw the goddamn Talladega race a couple days ago, so that freaking anthem is stuck in my head. Swear. How bad would it be to wait again to get the sturdier conveyor belts? Not very, apparently. I'm getting there in like a minute. Or some crap. Half dang near finished by Mountain Dew. Let's not drop the keyboard. Sliding off. 800,000, 820, 850. I want another 1,400 to go to 13,000 after these sturdier conveyor belts. Then keep buying crud. Now, where's Golden Cookie number 5? Where's it at? Dude. Where's that? Look, where's like a frenzy right now would be diabolical. Dang, you're 100,000 per sec. Go for the goddamn a few more banks. Go for the freaking first temple. Would be insane. To say that in half an hour is wild, but I kind of boo was your math. 12.9. Now, yeah, 100,000 should be like 8 seconds. Piece of cake, yeah. What, go to 20 mines and 10 factories, basically, to keep things boosting, keep it going up. And then, of course, our plain cookies for the first 1% multiplier, which at that rate, I believe, like 133 more or something. Be a decent amount. There's 170 for 20,000. Come on. Been practicing my like subharmonics as of late. Yeah. Like that. That was a strong one. 300,000. I'm gonna go for 10 factories. Then my plain cookies. Get that 15k per sec. We'll go, yes, about 20 seconds for the next factory at this point, which is fine. 168 per sec. All right, now Golden Cookie number 5 needs to come in here and frenzy this operation along, so we can go just right for like 100 mil. I swear. And get 20 upgrades and crud, and a few more banks to the first temple, and crud, and go for 30 achievements or something. There are factories 8 and 9 coming up. Please. Why the crud is it another? It takes like 5 minutes, 5+ for that to come up. Just like the next bank that I would have had anyway. Yeah, the first 7 are such a bum till the, freaking first upgrade comes in. But here is 10 factories, and then eventually plain cookies in what appears to be about a minute after buying this here. Yeah. Now, I do not want progress to kind of stifle all of a sudden. It's semi-slowing down. Is plain cookies the right next move here, or is it buying more crud? Yeah, it's like over a mil to buy 10 of anything, so you can forget that bullcrap. Are these even worth it now? They're worth it. You know, the cursors and grandmas, they start to do like a super good amount because they gotta be the most. They gotta be the most heavily upgraded, obviously, to get to that point. It's like 11.9 and 32 now is quite dang swell to keep buying. I think. Might get our plain cookies out of the way, then buy a few more of them. And hope that golden cookie number 6 will cooperate and not do that bullcrap. I legit might just keep the camera going for like dang near 2 hours, like to a billion. Like it's like a mega marathon first episode. Like a dang like pure true length. Swear. There's them. That was a nice and easy meal. Now banks are 1,400. That kind of matters a lot. It's been about 41 minutes. It's been a neck minute, right? Yeah, no. I don't know what time. You know what? I don't know. I honest to God don't know. Couple in. I don't even know. I'm just gonna buy some stuff. That one. And that one. I don't even know you. Just gotta keep buying quid. Hope I can do more. And get lucky or some cool quid. There's a mine, dude. There's 17.5. That is official mile per hour to freaking orbit in space. Cookies per second. 12.7 mil per second. Yeah. So I guess 100 mil. And then a mil per sec are the next ones, along with 20 upgrades. And maybe 50 farms. Or eventually worker grandmas. No. It's stuff like cursors and grandmas can actually become what? Okay, what is going up? See, there's so much multiplication happening. What? It's not like a cursor thing that I bought. Is it the kittens? I don't even have that yet. What is causing just a gradual increase on everything's production per second? I do not know what that is. Is it farmer or miner grandmas? It might be like our grandmas going on. Then what is the goddamn? And the mouse and cursors, 0.01 for each non-cursor. They buy more of that, increases that. Then what about the grandmas? Oh, that just makes them twice. I swear to crud. I don't know. It's so bizarre. But it all does more of it. No. That 525 additional was huge right now. Bam. Next grandma. There's 18.7. Over 200 per click. Would like to go for 20 grand per sec. To make a mil, only take 50 seconds. Our goal for now is to drastically reduce how long it takes to get to a million. That needs to not be like a minute. That needs to be like freaking 10 seconds. Waiting on golden cookie number 5, and please don't smoke heroin. And be the mode like I would like give you like the boost, the only bank, like additional 10% for 30. So you don't even be a clown for that. Yeah, I could not believe, like for number 2 or something, a literal congregation before Frenzy. Kind of crud. Was not the time for that. Now, like, wait, 2, okay. Prune juice and crap. Oh, like 1,700. I think a bank for now might be worth more than it. To bring us over 20,000 on our second bank here. Heck yeah. In just a sec. There's 16 mil basically. At 45 minutes. Yeah. 20,000. Then 222 per click. Come on. Farms now do 100. There you go. Case in point. Hoping the temple could do freaking like that sort of. I mean, have yet to even unlock the temple yet, so that'll be a minute. That'll be 1,000 seconds, actually. Never mind, I swear. Yeah. That's too goddamn long. Now, yeah, the sugar cookies are 5, prune juice and iron mouse are all 5. The child labor is 6.5, and kidney helpers are at 9 mil. I say we keep buying core to get to that point. Just bought 2 more of all 3 of those for a bit more, just 20,605. The next few factories shall not take long, 30 seconds. If it's even that, hang on. Apparently so, but I can shorten it by with a couple hundred per click now. Which was way better than, like, you know, the 8 or 20 or 74 that was happening earlier. The over a couple hundred per click now. 227 is way better. There is 12 factories now. Over 1,000 per. Yeah, 50 farms is one of our next achievements. Think there was an upgrade up next for 25 mines. Okay, and that does over 5,300 more. So let's go for that, please. Oh, but it's about to be freaking. What was the previous mine upgrade? Oh, that's gonna be 6 mil. That's what that is. That's why, dude. But hopefully, if I go like for 100,000 per second, won't be as bad, huh? Yeah, this might be mad expensive. And yeah, 6 mil. Okay. Where's my frenzy to fix all this crap? We need your help, dude. We need your goddamn help right now. I swear, dude. All this crap is on, right? Is the game sound. Like, I don't know. Like, I can't check that while I'm filming. Oh, but it will. The bank is 1414. 5 mil just for that. Okay, here it is. Here we are. Now, what am I doing though? Okay, third bank. Yeah, hang on. Okay, a mil now takes 8 seconds. Which is freaking perfect, actually. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. On that. Boom, 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 boom. All in. Now go like living actual. Okay. I'm gonna go for the prune juice or some crap, actually. There was our temple unlocked. Prune juice for the grandma is twice as much. Come on, man. Now, I wish they were longer, not gonna lie. It's the fastest thing, 77, on Earth. I'm hoping for more than that, dude. Oh my god. Go for 15 factories, huh? 14 and 15. To get the worker gray malls? For 6.5, yeah, okay. Then I guess just the 4th bank at this point or some crap. Okay, was a decent boost. And then keep what you've got, right? From like 21 to 28 on that, got the prune juice. Would also like 20 upgrades for that first upgrade achievement. Now, I believe a mil is now 30-something seconds. So, could that be getting to one of those at about 3 minutes? That is still a fairly decent wait. Maybe not for this first time, because we already got the first mil or so out of the way from left over from the frenzy. But yeah, it kind of it's a nice and quick start, and then it kind of makes you work a bit all of a sudden through the millions here. Not the 5th bank just yet. Let's see if iron mouse be the biggest waste right now. Let's not do that yet. The ultra drill for 6,000. Heck yeah. The child labor for dang near 8,000. Then the worker grandmas, which should do a frick load right now. Okay. Which the kitten helpers should be a major thing, obviously. And then eventually, sometime today, right, the first temple. So 100 mil in under an hour was not a thing, I'm afraid. Probably could be. If you got a click frenzy or some made up with if that's like number 7, that'd be insane. But I believe the 5 mil from the Iron Mouse ain't quite worth it, actually. Thinking the 6 or 6.5 out of the either Ultra Drill, Child Labor, or Worker Grandmas. These were about to do several thousand more. It'd be a huge, like if I bought freaking 5 banks here or some crap. It'd be a huge thing. So that frenzy was helpful. Wasn't quite as severe of a jump as the first one. But oh well, it was better than nothing, right? Anything helps. And this Mountain Dew is then you're done. What would do the most here? Am I getting the Ultra Drill for about 6,000 more, the Child Labor for almost 8,000 more? Hoping the Worker Grandmas did the most. It did not. About 6,000. Okay. It flat out did not. Those are better. The Child Labor is sorted. That is like almost 8,000. But was still quite a large, several thousand CPS jump anyway. So. Oh, there should be something here for 1,000,000 hammy cookies. Maybe? Was that what it was? Hang on. Oh, that's 10 mil. Never mind. Then the 5th bank, which isn't doing boo right now. Then something like it back. Okay, so what about 20-something seconds now for a mil. We can get back to these supposedly in about 2 minutes or some quote. 34. No. 34.68. Dang near 30 seconds for a mil. Okay. Nope, it's still about 2.5 to 3 minutes to get back to there. Okay. Great. This is the waiting game to get back to your getting upgrades and go for like 40, 50,000 per second. On those two, it takes a good 5 to 10 plus minutes to get them all. Yeah, I don't know what kind of active playing with insane luck is getting to the first ascension like a day and a half. I don't know what that is, but I'm, because I'm at a day near an hour, and I'm not even 100 mil yet. Like there's 4 though. Like it doesn't feel like as long as what I'm predicting. As maybe it's more generous than I thought. Perhaps the Child Labor, which was the huge one, to take us over 40,000 per second. Won't be as bad. Then of course it'll back up there once more for the Ultra Drill. Like 1 minute, not as long. Not as long at all. Slow down and speak words. Looking for 100 mil here in a few minutes, about 10 or 15 hopefully. Something like that. There's 5. I will buy these eventually. But just kind of saving for a few minutes here to buy a couple of... Okay, stop. Just kind of saving. Needing therapy too. For a few mementos to get a few upgrades here. Then buy more stuff. Like perhaps 25 factories or 50 farms. Or to like 10 or 15 banks. And crap. Oh god. Ow, ow, ow. Like there are 6. Go for 6.5 though. For the Child Labor. Should be over 400 per click after this upgrade here. Over 40,000 per sec, and boom, 43,000. 459. There's the enhancer, right? For 43,000. Okay. A mil is now like 25 seconds. We can do 2 mil in under a minute, I'm hoping. So this Ultra Drill, and then eventually Kittens, should be a major dang help. And then of course my clicking can maybe boost things along. And I'll get there in like 90 seconds hopefully. Swear. I aim at 2 already, dang near. Lucky Cookie, there is another goddamn... Okay, it's 777 mil. Okay, here we go. This just helped a lot, number 7 then. On to... How about the Kittens here? The Kittens, okay, the Kittens on the Frenzy. You can go smoke another one with that. Yeah. Then the dang Ultra Drill. Like 30 seconds as well. It's 6, gotta. Here. Then that. Oh my god, but no. Not even. Now. How about the Temple? No, I can't do that. No. Just here. And those 2. Those 3. There was 430. There was that one. 20 factories, man. 185. Boom, go. 30 mines here. Boom. 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 Okay. 40, 30, 20. And then just the next bank or some quid. Fine. There you go. How do you like that? From like 43 to 68, fam. There you go. I just got all of those. The Kittens, the Ultra Drill, the Child Labor, and the Kittens right now. From that third Frenzy. Case in point. Now keep buying. Don't do this OCD crap on your thing. These can do pretty decent now. You look at Grandma's 144, case in point. Farm's 116. Yeah, keep them going. There is 75 cursors, mouse wheel and a half. Billion Fingers is 10 mil. That'll be a sec. A mil should now be 15 seconds. It's a piece of cake. Like I thought, we achieved our goal of cracking down how long the road to a million is way shorter now. That avenue is no longer a mile and a half. I looked away for 10 seconds. I'm at 3 mil, case in point. How about the 7th bank? Like it was nothing. Excuse to God on earth. Okay then. The eventually Iron Mouse, Million Fingers, and First Temple, and oatmeal raisins and sugar cookies are all about to be a piece of cake. And 100,000 per second is no problem. So is 100 mil. 100 mil in under an hour did not quite happen, but it will. Let us. 2 of them, that one, 45 farms and crud, right? There is 72,000 per second, 750 per click. Oh, wait. Yeah, it is officially an hour-long episode. That's fine. The marathon episode 1. Nice and great big huge for you. Until we go to a billion for like 2 hours. From just to show off the beginning process that I missed in last year's run. It's making, okay. If a mil in 15 seconds, then that means Million Fingers up here can happen in like a couple minutes. Take my 750, I'm adding like an additional, my 750 per click, if I jitter that, I'm like an additional dang near 10,000 per second. Several thousand more per second on top of that. To speed things up. You get the 8th bank, which is just kind of decent now at this point. Okay, the Iron Mouse or the goddamn. Okay. Double that. Double that. The Iron Mouse taking 1,500 per click now. There you go. There you go. I got to 90, but it's not quite happened. Oh my god. It's so cool. And there should be more speed baking. You know, get to 100 million in under an hour. Get to a billion in like under 2 hours. Be insane. Speed baking is, 4, 5, and 6, 7, 8, 9. Here's some code. No. How much with these goddamn 1%? 725, I think, and that's it. Like, that's what I mean. Yeah, kind of a gain is 1%. Kind of a gain is 1%. You make those awful dang pricey for additional 1%, dude. Need to make a meal happen in 10 seconds. To make 6 mil be a minute. So 100 mil, about an hour. And then a Bill Clinton, no, a billion in about 2 hours is about how the start should go. And then whatever crack that guy was smoking to go to the quadrillions in 24 hours, or like a day or two. What kind of beer was that? Swear. That's all too much. Yeah, just keep buying. I think just go bam, bam, bam. A lot of that, like boom and boom. For a couple thousand more, like what are they at now? At 20 per click on the cursors. 145 gram loss, 119 mines, there's 565 mines, there's 1436 factories, and okay, upgrade your banks into taller tellers. Okay, there is Affluent Bakery for 75,000. Taller tellers are 11,000 more. Million fingers multiplies the gain off 1,000 fingers by 10. There's a lucky, that was it. Oh my god, you suck actual crap. And then I would love to get that for twice as more, but no. Love how a bank is nothing now, unlike, 20 minutes ago. Can we get to a billion in like 2 hours? Is the goal here. It should only be a couple hours for a billion. Which is still so goddamn fast. Then I shall return in a couple of days here, toward the end of the week with episode 2, episode 11 technically. That shows most likely the raspberry milk or something, in the trillions or quadrillions, potentially beginning research. And then episode 12 or something, we're ascending the first ascension to show off that process. And that I'm actually utilizing the full prestige all at once, unlike last time. What kind of thought process that was. If you try to save it, like that's how that works. No, it's not. Not how that works. Do it all ASAP. I'm just gonna wait for the million fingers, I guess so, to see what it does. From 75,000 to, let's see. From 75 to 81, that was pretty decent, okay. Shall we go for the 50 farms? I'm now one away from 50 farms. And then, of course, 100 cursors eventually as well. There's 50 farms for reap what you sow, boy. Now, the taller tellers here will get us to 100,000 despite having no achievement for that. No. Peanut butter cookies. 2% can be a bit more decent. Yeah, I like all them. No. And And then obviously we're not getting kitten workers just yet. The fact that even kitten helpers happened to this episode is insane enough. Go to 80 cursors, heck yeah. They're now 100. Oh, they were like at 20, they're now 100. Case in point. Oh, if you don't keep buying those and crap. I don't know. Think is all my crud now over 1 million? Yes, it is. We're at that point. Okay, that means gonna move on. That means it's time for number 9 to boost this and take us to a 0.5 mil per second. And I'll get the taller tellers in 20 seconds. Which multiplies that and shows up as an additional 77,000 on the frenzy. These what's happening. See, I don't know. A lot of this is kind of just some waiting, just kind of going along with the thing. And waiting for the whole system in general to just keep moving along. Could I wait for just totally vanilla and get to the taller tellers in like 2 minutes or some crap? Tis a nice day. 1:23 p.m. They are in school over there. Probably all the teachers' cars in that parking lot. Yes, there was the Lucky Cookie for 7. I'm just kind of waiting now. There is 14. They shall take us to 94 per sec. And then I'm buying a few more, apparently. We're going until 1 billion. And I would love the next frenzy right now. That would speed this along so nice. An additional like 50 to 100 mil right here. Plus if I had a freaking frenzy, dude. There is that for 94,000. The 10 mil from clicking. That's always an option, right? How far? How much is that going up though? What's it? 3.2, 3.3, okay. It goes up at a decent pace as far as what I'm making. Handmade. La da da. From 3.3 to what? To okay, dude. Swear. Okay, the taller tellers, they do, goddamn, 3,200 all of a sudden. What would you like an absolute living frickload? Swear, man. 6,000 more on the farms at 55 million, though. I would dang near rather go for the first temple at this point. For hopefully 10 or 15, 20,000 type view. Yeah, let's get the 2K per click now. Here we go. I'm gonna get that for 100,000 per second. Now do that math. 200 seconds for a temple. Hang on, 100,000. Not anymore, it ain't. Swear to. Here's the first temple in 20 seconds. Stop it. We'll buy some bullcrap. Now, yeah, okay, first temple, piece of cake, dude. What does this show up as on the goddamn? Check this out. Bet it brings that over a mil, no problem. And... oh, not quite. Okay, your time to shrine, though. Now what am I doing? There's so much crap, dude. Boom, 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 boom. Just buying some more at the 10th bank? I don't freaking know, dude. Like, what is this? The 10th bank, okay. That mine, that farm, that freaking grandma, that 70 grandmas. I'm not gonna go for the second dang temple. Okay, I'll go for the oatmeal raisin or something. Like, what do you, I don't know what to freaking do here. Like the frenzies are kind of at this point. Like, what, there's a that. God dang that. There's a that. The 11th bank, look what I do here. 4, 5, bam, bam, bam. Like, what even? What do I freaking do here? 124,000. 200 mil. Like I thought, additional 50 plus mil from that frenzy. Right? Fudge, 200 mil. You can do a billion. Could I do a billion in under 2 hours? That'd be insane. Oh, if I sub to a billion in under 2 hours, we god dang insane. Any report. Like, all this crud is 50, 70 mil now. If I get the goddamn, if I could get these, dude, for 35,000 more, it just, for 35 more, 70? And then a temple was 9? And the first temple upgrade is goddamn 200 mil? Okay, yeah, you gotta freaking get a move on. We gotta get a move on at this point. We need to think about a million per second at this point. To get to that point. Like, what am I doing here, man? Like, boom, 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 boom. Like, what kind of, I swear. 20-second factory. Like, I don't know, dude. I did, in fact, have 100 buildings. The next building achievement is like 500 or some crap. 400 or 500, then 50 upgrades was the next. That's way out, dude. Any other lucky freebie, blah, blah, blah. Okay, sell a grandma. Dingo. Oh, stop. Sell a grandma. Noter. And then, of course, get 7 grandma types eventually. Oh, no. 27 golden cookies eventually. Got the uncanny clicker. Oh, my God. Ain't no other easy crud, huh? They're all 2 now. Swear, dude. We need to be like in the tens of millions. Like piece of cake now. Need several thousands per click. Gotta go for a couple 100,000 half mil per second. Gotta get that freaking point now. Yeah, like an hour and 15, dang near. The goal is 1 billion in 2 hours. Whoa. Marathon, episode 1, to show everything off. The whole start here. I can buy dang near 4 of these now, I think. For 1,500, a couple thousand more, yeah. To get to 130 on that, potentially. Okay, so I think a mil now should take 7 or 8 seconds. So it is still over a minute for 10 mil. But that makes this sound like it is a good 6 or 7. Of course, minutes out. Just for some peanut butter cookies. But that, just for 7, I got like, wait, 7 minutes? Wait, 10 minutes right now? Just for that? The scissor resistant credit cards would be freaking insane though. For like 35,000, unless I buy more of them. It's like over 40,000 more. I would appreciate, I'm pretty sure the last one was just a frenzy as well. So that is not going to happen. I'll get like an additional like half mil for what we got anything. But I might be like waiting and waiting several minutes now for the next freaking thing. For 20 or 10,000 more, and that's it. Because the first temple is a load of actual. I swear. And it's 9 grand just for a raw temple. No upgrades on it. I don't know, dude. You're like being kind of slow. Was a mega fast start. And then I'm trying to get to 1 billion in 2 hours, and you're being the tortoise, the hare, all of a sudden. But who knows? Maybe it's slow and steady that wins the race. Oh god, what am I going to do with the second temple? Because who the crud knows at this point? Yeah, a mill should be bam. That's not a problem. I think I timed that perfectly, by the way. Now, am I getting to 25 factories for an upgrade on that? For 33,000 more. That is a thought. That is indeed a thought. And then eventually bank. Okay, so you have the 25 factory upgrade, and then 15 banks for banker grandmas. That is 100% what is up next on the list. And then eventually 50 mines, along with those 2 upgrades. Might do something funny here real quick. So Snapchat does that all the time. It shows me my friend list or some bullcrap mid-filming and stuff. So here is a new 2026 run of the game. I'm recording it right there, episode 10. I'm on Snapchat right now. Check this out. And I'm trying to go for 25 factories there, and then 15 banks for like 1 mil per second and 1 billion in under 2 hours, basically, for this first time back for the new year. Yeah. Bam. For what? For 65 mil. For still way too goddamn expensive. Of course. I'm now sitting here for still 5 to 10 minutes for one upgrade for that. For that at 65 right now. What is the 15 banks? Oh my god, that is a crud load. That is a committed still. I can get the 12th one right now, but didn't even see the dang thing light up. Once again, if I got the heralds, I already said I had it. What do I have? 33 achievements. Where I got +2 to 5% through the game, with +2 heralds apparently. 113% kit multiplier. I knew it. Just a 1/3 mil on that lucky. That is boo. And then I'm waiting a good 5 or 10 minutes more now for the freaking next one to maybe goddamn be a frenzy and keep the operation moving. I am 1/4 of the way there now to 1 billion. I want to see how bad it would suck to get 15 banks. Go for what banker grandmas would that be? Goddamn, like 140. Frick, what would that be? Like they're all 2 mil now, so I gotta start racking up the mills like they're nothing. And crap now. Because that additional 9 from that temple is a bit. Now there's 3,000 per click. Like, what am I kind of doing wrong here for crap to slow down? And then, of course, I would like 10 mil per click. 10 mil clicked, period. Handmade. No. That's 118, 149, and 127. Those are all good now still, yeah. Semi-good. Good. Like, am I waiting and waiting and waiting? Like, what would the peanut butter cookies like for like a couple grand? That's it more? Oh god. Hang on. I'm dang near there all of a sudden to 15 banks. Just freaking unlock that first of all. I could try to speed things up. with a good 30 to 40,000 more additional CPS on my clicking. To go for 9.9 on the 15th bank. Like so. Knew it, 70. Okay, only half that, actually. Only half of my prediction, what I thought it would cost. Never mind. So can 50, 60, 70 mil not here? That is a mil in about 7 seconds. That should be 10 mil in just over a minute. So it's still a few minutes of waiting to get way out there. Not if I click, though. Maybe semi-shorten things to a mil in 5 seconds and get there in like 4 or 5 minutes. Not gonna click for 5 minutes though. Kind of crap. What am I at? 290. Okay. Come on, do a billion in 2 hours. That's the goal here. And then I can finish episode 1 of the new run finally. 154 per second. Is it smarter? Like, should I keep waiting for all that? Or buy some stuff? I don't know, dude. But there's 15 mil. I'm still waiting. $127 per, so 7,000 more on the genetically modified cookies. Our sweatshop will do 37.5 on the sweatshop. There you go. Sort of a crud. And then that, dang near 50,000 more. See, this is what I'm talking about up here, the 65-70 range of the sweatshop, the scissor-resistant credit cards, and the banker grandmas. We can get, if I get these a couple times, an additional like over 100,000 if I buy those 3 men. Then the next few temples coming up eventually, hopefully. But it's going to take several minutes of waiting to get to that point. Good 10 or 15, more like. And then of course, can golden cookie number 11 please be a frenzy, dude, to bring us to temporarily almost a mil per sec. And get us going big time. I'll buy some major stuff. Like there's 25, 26. Hour and a half down here, 23. Just kind of waiting, toughing things out to get to one of these upgrades. I think. Hopefully one of the last great big waits for this episode is for crap like this. And then one more frenzy. Maybe 1 or 2 more frenzies to boost things along. But I skip over those for now. Go right for the sweatshop, I think. Or the scissor-resistant credit cards. For like an additional 48 more. That'd be freaking insane, dude. To go right for 200,000 on those, which we're halfway there to it. Like just now, case of point, halfway there to it. And I'm finishing this. This is... See, I don't usually show crap like this, but this is a bit of a waiting game. You know, waiting around for a good 5 or 10 minutes for stuff to unlock up here in the store. If you don't want to spam by anything to maximize current CPS. think that is the more active method, but I would like bigger progress, like 100,000 more CPS out of nowhere, and make more progress. Not just, piddly a couple grand more from a few of these here. I want, we want to see, big boy, serious, concrete progress from stuff like these four up here to get a quarter mil per sec. Get the next frenzy going and get to 1 billion. And if we hit 1 billion in under 2 hours as well, that'll be insane. If I get to 1 billion, like an hour and 45, then we just smoked our start, basically. Let's see, that's how much bigger 1 billion is to 1 million. Is 1 million takes 20 minutes. 1 billion takes 2 hours. Like, take way longer. So there's 50, such a waiting game, I swear. 52. Oh, speed things up, please. Yeah, swear to God. And that was like the perfect time for that as well. Go for the credit cards for now. Then the switch up with the grandmas later. From 1 mil to way more, hopefully. Bam! Oh, wait, okay. Nowhere near as much as I thought. Then what am I buying? Oh my God. I going for even more of these. You're not gonna make that. I guess we would do something else. The third temple for now. Some crap. Bam. Bam. Just gonna buy. No idea. Bam. 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 Getting bigger as well. There's 11 for the 16th bank. We got, though, let's save actually. Save the rest of it. 20, 30k per click as well. Click Olympics, there's that. Here is 30. Here is 40. Here is 50. Did the smart thing and saved. Up to 60 right now. There is 450. We might do it. 1 billion under 2 hours. Then going right for the sweatshop or the banker grandmas here. Additional 40,000 if you get the goddamn sweatshop, which I think will do more actually than the banker grandmas. So we're 1,000% going for that right now. Boom. 255 per second. A mil is now 3.8 seconds. There you go. There you frickin' go. That means 10 mil should now be 30-something seconds. We should be down here 20 mil per minute now. To speed things way up, heck yeah, case in point. There you go, with additional 5,000 per click now. Yeah. We should be, that just kind of sped things up, thank you for that. Get to 500 mil like an hour and a half, heck yeah. And then of course I'm stopping at 1 billion for now. 20 mil should be like a minute, some quick, which makes it this, like a median. And if 20 mil can happen in a minute, then buying this, I'd like to go for 100 cursors or some crap, like down here a mil per second, should be easier now. I'm already 15 away from the raspberry. I swear, dude. Like I'm already halfway through the chocolate milk of the first episode. There's 20, told you. Without buff, without, frenzy. I'll save buying all that for now, because I'm suspecting the banker grandmas can do way more than those farms, obviously, for a potential 300,000 per second. And a mil is now 3 seconds, yeah. And 1 million per second would be ideal. Buy 1 billion cookies. I'm gonna get to 1 billion, obviously, and I'll try and go for 1 mil per second. Get a grand hurrah to finish off on 1 mil per second. Go out with a bang. I'm gonna go from basically from 0 to 1 billion in 1 million per second. in 2 hours. In one episode. Yeah. Ding ding dong. So hooray, when this goes up, get a nice big ol' surprise. Get a huge, cookie clear video. There is 40 right now. We'll go for these grandmas here. About a minute. Ding. And then, of course, wizard towers are way out there for a sec. Yeah. And then, of course, my first lump overnight, where I should be deep into the billions and hit potentially a trillion tomorrow. Almost 300 buildings. There is almost 50. Dang near there to the banker grandmas. There's 500 mil. And I think, unfortunately, just one more lousy old frenzy here at the end. Then I believe our 13th, lucky 13, unlucky 13, golden cookie is the last one. Why is there a popcorn kernel down there? What year did that happen? Excuse the clue. It is dang near time to flip the calendar over to May as well. I see there's an airplane out there. He's a 40,000 foot way up there. Not real large. Big old contrail go from left to right here. Big old contrail heading out. Gonna see who he is. Behind that cloud now. He's moving. Who's this here? Heading. Is he way out that way? Facing. I believe I just saw Alaska 502 from Seattle to Austin. About a 3.5 hour flight. Took off from Seattle 48 minutes ago, arriving in Austin 2 hours and 43 from now. In a 737-990 ER 35,000 at 470. He is going to have a nice flight to Austin, dude. Way down there, way down south. Way out there. Heck yeah. Here we are. Just in time for the bank of grandmas. 284. A couple 20, 30,000 more. I was right. Might take some dang, bathroom break for a few minutes, come back and see. I'm not gonna cut the camera here and add it later. You can just get that in 5 minutes or some crud. And see. Okay, so what now that I've bought that? Am I going 54 for the 7,000 more on the farms? Or am I gonna dang near miss? I know I can't leave. I might miss the goddamn next frenzy. The last one, or either you know. I'm getting, what are we at? Like an hour and 32? Okay. No, the next lucky, unfortunately. Like a whopping half mil, would you crud? But that already is worthless. I swear. Then the 13th, and like 10 or 15 at the end, will be the dang last frenzy, hopefully soaring us to over 1 point something or 2 mil. Yeah, that's 730. He left a dang like donuts on a rope type deal. Miles out there. Look at this gorgeous, partly cloudy day, man. Holy crap. With going into spring here, April and May. Man, dude. No. It's a shame the camera can't see it. That's freaking clear off that way. Or no, kind of. Those are the freaking, Temple Island Riven clouds out here. Dude, incredible. Beautiful, partly cloudy. Yeah, I'm getting bored because it takes freaking 10 minutes right now to get the next upgrade in Quinn. There's 33, there's 557 total, in an hour 34. If I can get a frenzy or some quick here, if I can a billion in under, there it is, under 2 hours. Just run it out. We'll decide later. We'll make decisions later. Hang on. 8 billion in an hour and 34. Could have dang near bought that lucky day. Okay. I am getting, hold up, what am I getting? That is 530. I'm getting golden idols and the first wizard tower out of nowhere. Frick. was at that. There's 1.2 billion out of nowhere because that click frenzy. I'm not gonna waste this quote on the Iron Mouse, dude. I would love to keep workers, but even after that, it's still way out there. Getting the first Wizard Tower for 51,000 out of nowhere. Getting the Golden Idols and then those. And I have 100 left still. Like 100, like 90,000 more right there. Think a mill could happen here. I could like enter 3 more towers for a good 50,000 more and crud. Or am I crazy buying stuff? That's 1,000. I gotta do 3,000. No. 6,000. It's decent, but not quite. Why is it 100? Hang on. 30,000 is decent. Okay. Cannot get the Iron Mouse anymore. I'm not gonna buy those just yet. I believe 3 more temples is the move here for now. For near 0.5 mil per second. Okay, so am I gonna film for a bit more? Go for 1 million per second? 2.5 hours? I might. There's 1 billion, right? Got this Easter candy. But that click frenzy was mad just now. Kind of crap are you want? Gonna yank. See these like M&M's here, or here, whatever the fake one is. I was expecting a frenzy. Give me a click frenzy. In times 100 that crap out of nowhere. Yeah, I do need to use the restroom here momentarily, so this 1 million per second better happen in the next 15 to 20 minutes. There's some crap. 3 more of them. Then you're 4 more of them, actually. Now, what else? Am I picking my nose through these here again? Like 2 more of each of those. And then a 16 goddamn did basically the same thing that 1 more temple would have done. But I got the Golden Idols and the first tower, got the first Wizard Tower out of nowhere because the freaking click frenzy. That was insane, dude. I was like 1 billion in under 2 hours. Be insane. Got 1 billion cookies in 94 minutes. So yeah, that kind of makes up for that congregation bullcrap earlier of the second golden cookie, which is what the first frenzy should have been. Got this piece of crap, times 2, like a really doubling a congregation for 30 seconds. It was bullcrap earlier. I potentially can't wait on my trip back. So, just see what this climbs to. Go to 30 factories, and that or some quit 90 of those, 75 of them, for a basically 0.5 mil per second. So that is now 10 mil in 20. That is 30 mil a minute. That's okay. So we'll be like over 100 mil when I come back. Some quit. Shut this for a few minutes. Okay, I'm back. I did not fall in. I did not die, dude. If you saw me like hunched over right here a couple times, I was like, oh, that's because I was, having a bit of stomach issues and just didn't want to say anything. But I just could not hold that. So, anyway, TMI. Yeah, so I kind of did this part a good 5 to 15, whatever it is. And we're at 200 mil, 280 mil basically. The goal here was I left like an hour and 40-ish. It is an hour and 49. I bet a 10-ish minute bathroom break. Okay. Whatever it was, we are still not quite done. Got the billion just piece of cake. Pretty sure I did in fact lose a golden cookie here just now, potentially. Was it lucky, most likely, so no big deal. Or did I? No idea. But whatever the next one is, better be a frenzy. Do that much. The second tower would be insane. And I think even a billion cookies is 0.1%. Is 0.1% of what that thing wants for its first level. I swear. Are we like the next few temples? Or some crap? Let's go for like 50 mines outer cursors. I'd like 2 of them for excavation site of mice and men. Could go for a billion fingers right here, dude. Oh, 600,000. There you go. That for 18 more. Go for 20 banks, actually, instead. Ain't that? I was a stupid lucky anyway. Never mind. But there is indeed 626 all of a sudden. Let's go to 80 grandmas. Because these gals do still do quite a lot, obviously. 80 grandmas. 635 per second. What else I can do here? Par from... How much longer would a million per second actually take here? We can probably do it, like, way off, by the way. Just don't know what it would be. It would take another frenzy, obviously. Like, at least that. To get to our... Yeah, then you can forget 10 of any of this quick. The idea here is to have, like, 50 to 100 mil be only a minute, right? And that's serious progress at that point. What if we add now on achievements? 38 achievements, 33 upgrades. That is, we're in the 30s now, quite solid. Then you're 40 achievements now, actually, after I get... Yeah, so it's 100 grandmas and 50 factories is up next now. And then eventually, the temple grandmas or some crud is up next. And I guess I'm finally buying the peanut butter cookies just to have them. For like additional 12,000 more here, some crud, which ain't bad, I guess. Perhaps that percentage can do more. The more that I have, yeah, might be decent. 14,000 per click, there you go. What do we have on temples? Okay. I would need like 6 or 7 more wizard towers or some crud to get to a mill here. And then of course that can't come up till freaking tomorrow morning, dude. And I would like one more sip, but I'm all out, of course. Is the frame issue from 2 hours ago still happening? Not quite. Yeah, kind of like a noon to 2, early afternoon. Cookie clicker, first episode of the new run here. Want to go for a mil per sec, and of course I'll definitely stop there. Oh, look at, okay. This is with billion fingers. Case in point, what I'm talking about here. Look at that. 1,500 per cursor now. Buy those, dude. Yeah, these all do a pretty fair, decent amount. You dang near might want to buy some other stuff instead. Like some more of that. That was pretty goddamn solid, I swear. I guess just creep your way up through it like that. And then, yeah, where's this an additional 350 about to come from? I have no goddamn idea. Yeah, that's all it's 2% still. Titanium mouse, yeah, no. We just need the 14th cookie to come through with a frenzy, hopefully. Unless that new click frenzy happens again, that'd be insane. Then I'll be through several billion at that point. I could buy whatever I want. And I can get those that I was talking about. That's always a possibility. I wouldn't hope on it, but that was a possibility. Like the click frenzy to get to 1 billion, even just that happening, was freaking ballistic. That was insane. I guess just putz along and keep buying stuff here. Right. And then, of course, temple number 7 eventually. It's just not doing that. Okay, great. So could I get the one for like 400, 500 buildings? Probably not. That's a bit ways down the road. Yes, these are 15 to a row, and then those 4 cookie types. The 7th temple. Want to creep up on 700,000 pretty quick here. Yeah. I'm thinking, I don't know what to do here. And of course, these all creep up in CPS gradually all the time. Heck yeah. I just bought like whatever came up because I'm just waiting. I'm waiting for the golden cookie. I'm waiting for the frenzy, to be honest. About 2 hours now. You had to get this going, dude. This is 1574 though. Gotta go for that, and one more here, like one more mine. Yeah. So we're at basically 700,000, and hopefully about the time the last frenzy happens. Yeah, 10 mil should be a piece of cake, and now that is so much nicer. Heck yeah! Next one, boom. And I would like to do a spell here, some crud. But I don't think so. If I had the lump in the game for it, right? Whoa, there's 100. Bam, 100, sorry. Okay. Ultima drill is. I might wait this out and go for that. Or will I? What am I doing here? What am I doing here? The second tower, if I can make it? No. Oh, like all that. And then boom. And then 70 farms. The 100,000 per click on this frenzy. God dang. Go for the ninth temple, I guess. I like just did that. I have no idea. I don't know. That was a bit of a something. 767. You are sucking right now. Not gonna lie. In terms of getting CPS. I mean, what else can I do here? There's 771. What else can I freaking do here? Another farm, but just nothing. Swear. What can one freaking do here? The 10th temple for 70. There's 18 more. When I get it. That is all filled up now with grandmas. Like, yeah, no kidding. I feel like 2 more banks would dang near be worth more than a temple at this point, yeah. Would it? Ooh. Would take 3, okay. Never mind. But I can still go bang and then bang to get to basically almost 800,000 here. We're kind of, that was supposed to be the last frenzy, but it wasn't all that what I was hoping it would be. So we are actually creeping up to it now. 2.4 billion. The next farm is a piece of cake, right? '71st farm. They're all now over 20 mil. Am I waiting for you to be a putz? Oh, the goddamn. I swear. Like, why would the frenzy only do that right now? Because the next tower is only about 50 more, which is a decent amount, but not quite enough. It's another kind of a bit of a leg here, for like half an hour, to get to goddamn, you know, a mil per second. I will get way more golden cookies eventually on Lucky Day and crap. 100 grandmas will happen eventually. And then I think 25 banks. Ooh, 25 banks for that upgrade, right? And then eventually temple grandmas. That's up next. I do not think there's an upgrade for 75 of a building. Might just get the temple here to cross it over 800,000. And then we gotta keep going, that's where. This is a slow, you know, picking away at progress that I'm talking about here. Why is that anthem back? I swear. You're kind of being a bit of a bum for a mil. Not gonna lie, dude. And then I'm at that point where I've been talking for 2 hours. And now my voice is crazy low. those aren't worth crud now. I need many, 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 many thousands more per second. Like, why is the tower so much? Why is that so much? Like, why am I waiting for a year and a half here to get to a mill? I would cut ahead at this point because I don't know what to do. I swear to God, if you don't, where's the next golden cookie? Okay, so am I 8 mil in 10 seconds? Am I 80 mil in 100 seconds? I'm like 100 mil in 2 minutes or some crowd, or just under it. Why? Okay, I'm just gonna buy one of these then. 825. That was a decent amount. Okay, but do something though. Like, am I getting a few more of them? Like, I don't get it. I have bought basically all that I can for now. Apart from, like, I'm getting like a couple more of these, and then the next tower, I think, will cross me over it. Basically, that's gonna have to be it. Is like, you know, they need these 100 mil plus 2% multipliers. Then the second tower, it's gonna have to be it. Because I am dead, you're freaking wheezy and lightheaded at this point. Yeah, I have, you know, 2 hours. There's another airplane, dude. There's another freaking airplane. 2:15 p.m. here. Another plane coming over. From like southeast northwest. Or no, which way is he heading? It was the same dang direction as the southwest plane. Yeah, that is Alaska 586. Seattle 49 minutes ago to Dallas at 2.5 hours from now. The same 35,000 foot, 470 knots, and a max 9. Okay. Yo. Oh, yo, these Alaska planes heading down that way. Ooh! That was it, dude. That was the last freaking frenzy. And I just drew that on for a good 7 to 8 minutes. Why did I get distracted watching a goddamn plane fly over? I missed that frenzy. That was about to be freaking like 3 or 4 mil just now with that frenzy. And I just missed it out here plane watching, out here sky gazing like an idiot. I just missed that dang frenzy kind of crow. My God. Another one of them, doing about 17 per, I think. It is about long a dang enough to get to it. Like that, I just drew this on so long. That was it. Why did I have it? It was like right here as well. Why did you have to miss that? I can't scum save and spawn that back in. It's too late now. Like, how do you even do that? I forgot how, dude. Yeah, too late now. Oh my God. Okay. A temple's 20 grand more. Not a bad investment. But it's mainly the tower at 55,000. So it takes only about, apparently, about 15 seconds to get to 10 mil. So it can only be about 2 minutes to get to 100 mil, please. To not be here for like a year and a half. I need just honestly just a few more of these, right? As it goes up, a few more of them, and then one of these for about the next 10 or so minutes to get to a mil. Because I just ruined that. So it'll come back up eventually, hopefully, to cross us over a mil, because that was some bull. I just like screwed that. This for about 859 or 860. Oh my God. And then of course another tempo would help a lot. Might go for a couple more of those or some credit on whether the frenzy's back up about 5 or 10 minutes. About 2:30 or something, we're due for the next frenzy, the last cookie of the video probably. Here is one more. Here, alright. To take a phone call for a sec. Alrighty. That was interesting. Alright, this video has had literally everything this morning, basically, including me missing a crucial golden cookie at the end, and go to the bathroom, and talk on the phone. You would think it wouldn't take that long to go to the next hazelnut thing. Like 170 something thousand. Then the next few banks or something. Then this last tower, which will take, oh, that'll be freaking, excuse, hold up, 5+ minutes of waiting. For the goddamn, I have the next tower menus. It took way longer than I thought. I mean, additional freaking like 10 or 15 plus, 20 something plus, add on to this. Because I'm a clown that missed that dang cookie. We're like at 2:10 now. Shouldn't be. Be done by now. Swear. Not bullcrap. We're gonna be like dang near through by now for freaking, a mil CPS. 876. I'm gonna go for Temple some crud next. It's a nice and fast one. Like a minute. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I bring it to basically over a mil with that additional CPS. 25 already. There you go. 30. For the 11th temple, to go like 890 or something. To get to 900,000. Then on the next freaking cookie, whenever that comes up, idiot bozo clown. Halfway there. I still cannot believe you missed that, but 10 minutes ago, that was insane. You were diabolical for missing that. 2 hours in, way up here, when it matters. Because you're freaking looking at Alaska. Excuse. Go for basically 900,000 now. We're at 70. $75. Come on and go. There was my temple, right? Now where's the cookie that I missed about 5 or 10 minutes ago? Where's that? I wish there were achievements for cookie. I wish there were achievements for actual cookie clicks to 100,000, 10,000, 100,000 million. I gotta just mosey through here now. It's about 102-ish minutes now. Pick away those. I think more of those than the dang wizard tower for like 10 minutes here at the end. To draw this on for dang 2.5 hours. Because you're an E. Oh my god, dude. Because I missed that cookie. I'm gonna sit here and watch and scan. I'm gonna get it this time, dude. And then watch it won't be it. Be freaking frenzy. Watch it won't be it. Or be lucky. $20K per click, basically. So I'll draw this one for a year and a half. Let's get to the next one, please. A part of the world wonders. Yeah, I'm wondering how I missed that just now. For like a 9.15 or some crap. Was a lucky. Yep. Yep. Great. The Ultima Drill. Frick no, dude. Not worth it. A Tower Stinger, half that. I'm buying the last 2% multiplier for 100 mil, the cashew cookies, and then waiting a year and a half. No, I'm just gonna buy a few more tipples. That's it. Okay, way to be a clown. So I believe get the cashew cookies, and then 3 more temples here for these last few minutes, and that could be it. Great. You're a bozo. I could have been at a mil per sec by now, but oh well. 3 billion cookies, 38 achievements, and 39 upgrades. For like this, like 9:33-ish now or something. Then, yeah, 3 more temples should basically take us over it. Then I might just buy a few more small things if that doesn't do it. I'm hoping it's about... should be about... minute and a half for each one. Which ain't too bad, man. Like, there's that. I called that, heck yeah. Now, would 63 to that 33... I think I'll barely do it. With like 3 more here, perfect. So I have found my path to a mil per sec, and it is not quite what the game plan was. Which did not involve missing that dang cookie, and it wasn't even a frenzy anyway. 20,000 cookie clicks. And a 40 upgrades. To finish it out strong at a mil per sec. Here's my F-16 Fighting Falcon. 20K, I'm trying to freaking spam quick. You aren't budging. There we go. 955. And then 9 like 76. Ooh, this might come up a hair short, actually. But then I'll just buy... Just get a freaking factory or something to finish it off. To bring it over a mil. I think I can wait on clicking now. Yeah, it's fine. Because it should be like 100 seconds, 90 seconds to get there. It shouldn't be, you know, a piece of cake. To get these last 2, actually. Then just get a factory like ASAP. Like 2 seconds, 20 seconds. Like here's 70 already, case in point. And then hip hip hooray for the dang 2.5 hour episode. I swear. Because I'm a bum. That showed the whole to a billion and then to a mil per second. Whole beginning process. First couple hours of the run here. There is 90. This is for 9. Basically 77. And then I will come up short here. Like 998 or something I'm at. After my 14th temple, then I'm buying the 38th factory. to get that over a mil per sec and get the achievement and hit end on this goddamn video. You could have stopped it. No, I could have gotten it. Could have gotten the cookie. I swear. If one last one would like to show up on camera to solidify the mill or something, get us to several 100 million or something, get the second tower to top it off or something. If it would like to go berserk here at the end one last time, that'd be cool. That click frenzy the first time half an hour ago, like 40 ago, 45 ago was freaking sick. And we are basically done here in the final moment or two of this run, of this episode, it's just beginning of the episode, the video here. There is 90 again. $423 on the 14th temple. Then Le Factory. To finish. I'm a couple hundred away. 99 yowza. I could buy a farm and get there, I swear, dude. Of course. Bam. Get a fat cookie vortex now. One last, perhaps. Could I save all this up for a tower at the end here to solidify it? I'm at 200 already, so I most definitely could. There's 220. Yeah, we got 7 mil per sec. Here you go, dude. Here's your second tower to finish off. Yeah, so there's a mil per sec and the second wizard tower to finish off here at the end. And bam, alrighty. So if you enjoyed Season 4, Episode 10 of the first time back on here in 9 months, then you're 10 actually, for a brand new 2026 season for this run. Hope you enjoyed, and we're leaving off here about 200 mil with a mil per second and a 4 billion in total. Yeah, see you next time. 222, good lord. Let's have this be all twos actually, if I can time that right. Yeah, bye. It's 2:38. I'm gonna go eat something or some crud. And yeah, enjoy your Tuesday.